Hey guys, welcome back to Knife Review. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Boker Strike automatic knife. So the deployment is very easy. All you have to do is just press on the button when it's unlocked, and it's just going to swing out with authority just like this. Boker did upgrade their springs, I believe in 2018, so any model above 2018 is going to have the upgraded springs, and just going to swing out much better than the old version, and it really does feel very good and strong. Of course, like most automatic knives, this does have a safety, so if the safety pushed forward, it's going to be turned off, and then when you press the button, of course it's not going to fire, but as soon as you press it back, it's going to fire out just like this. Now the safety also is going to lock the blade, so as you guys can see here, if I press the button, I can pull it in, but if I flip up the lock and then try to press the button, I can't pull it in. But unfortunately, the tolerances aren't exactly perfect, so if I press down the button with it locked, I can actually still move the blade a little bit, just like this. And that's definitely not ideal. This knife has a 3.25 inch blade, and the overall length of this knife is going to be 7.875 inches long, which is going to be a very good size for an EDC. It also has a nice tanto style blade, and the finish seems to be really nice in this copper. I've been using this knife quite a bit, and as you guys can probably see, the finish is still pretty nice on this knife. As far as blade steel goes, unfortunately this knife does feature AUS 8 steel, which is going to be a very budget steel, and after using and abusing this knife, it got dull very fast, and it actually wasn't very sharp out of the box. I was very surprised, but this knife really was not sharp out of the box. I was very disappointed with that. Sharpened it up myself, and then even once I sharpened it up, it still got pretty dull after using it for about a week. I really wish that this knife had a upgraded steel like D2 steel or something just a little bit higher, but still on the more affordable side. But unfortunately, we're just stuck with a budget steel for this knife. Pocket clip on this knife is relatively decent. You can carry it tip up or tip down. I always prefer my knives to be tip down, but it's nice to have that extra option. And unfortunately, because it is an automatic knife, it's going to be basically meant for right-handers. Using it with the left hand is going to be a little bit more difficult because you're going to have to know where that button is. It's really meant for right-handers, but definitely left-handers can also use this knife too. To give you guys a quick size comparison to a couple other popular models, here we have the Benchmade Griptilian, the full-size Griptilian, and then we also have here the Ontario Rat number 2 with the upgraded D2 steel. So as you guys can see here, the Boker Strike definitely isn't a small knife at all, but it's definitely not going to be too big either. It's going to be kind of right there in the middle. The width of this knife is actually not too much thicker than the Ontario Rat number 2, and it's definitely going to be much thinner than something like the Benchmade Griptilian. The overall feel and grip to this knife really isn't too bad. It fits the hand very good. You guys can see some really nice texture here, and then it's also going to prevent your finger from slipping onto the blade if you're doing some work with this knife. As far as pricing goes, I picked mine up for $40. I have seen the price lower and higher than $40, but I will leave a link in the description down below where you guys can check out this knife on Amazon. The overall build quality and construction of this knife really isn't anything too crazy considering the price tag is $40, which is relatively steep for what you're getting, but most of your $40 is going to the automatic action of this knife, and you're paying for an automatic knife. You're always going to pay more for any knife that is automatic, so this is a really good and affordable automatic knife, but it's really definitely not the best. Like I said earlier, I really wish that Boker did have an upgrade to the steel, and then I'd feel much better about this knife. I'd probably pay $60 for a version of this knife with D2 steel, but right now we're stuck with this AUS 8 steel. And overall, that just makes it a $40 knife that really should cost around $25. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button down below, and of course hit that subscribe button because I'm sure you guys don't want to miss any knife review videos just like this one. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.